Alright, so I haven't done a video in a while, but I wanted to talk a little about the game in general. Just, to put my opinion out there because I am quitting for a bit. I don't know how long. I don't know if it's a full retirement or I'm just gonna, join every now and then when there's something cool. But I wanted to just, you know, say what I wanted to say. Um, because I don't think things are lining up the way I would like them to in the game or like where it's headed, but I'm not also saying that you should quit. If you're enjoying the game, go for it. If you're spending, go for it. Um, like I don't want the game to die, and I don't think it is dying. It's good. It's I think some things are good in the game, but the bad is outweighing it for me, and I'm just not really enjoying it. So I just wanted to talk about it for a bit. Um, so first of all, I'm not really logging in anymore. Like the Daily Super, I don't think I've done it in like 2 3 weeks now. Even though it is good, it does have good stuff. I'm just like when I look at it, it's like, oh, I get 6 stones. It's like, yeah, but like, eh, there's no one I want to sig up or like no one I would care that much for. I am quitting my alliance after get the final confirmation that like they don't need me for raids or whatever. Um, I love my alliance. It was great. It's not an alliance issue. I just don't want to get the minimum for battlegrounds every month anymore because I'm just not enjoying the game mode. I'm gonna talk about it a little later. But we don't do like AQ or war. We just do raids mainly, which is amazing. But I don't know. I think it's time for me to dip for a bit. Regardless, I want to talk first about Radiance and Battlegrounds. I think Radiance is one of the best additions to the game. If I were um, responsible for Radiance, I know some people don't agree with that, but it's just my take. I would make the entire game Radiance, honestly. Like this store, this is useless. This does nothing. Side quest, I don't even know why they still put Mysterium. Might as well just remove this whole store. It doesn't do anything. If this turned into Radiance, the side quests have like just a little bit of a trickle of Radiance. Loyalty, Glory, I know they talked about maybe making them into Radiance. I don't know. I know they want to keep it a competitive resource, but I would honestly just make the entire game, just make it one big store so they can update it regularly. Everyone knows where everything is. Everything in the game actually leads to something useful. Like side quest, this is not really useful now. Loyalty and Glory, the stores are just really old. I don't know. But anyway, Battlegrounds, I think the update was really good. The ratings is good. I know they're talking about a lot of stuff, but that brings me to Defenders because Defenders are in Battlegrounds, and that's where we really see them more. So I want to just sort by 2024. So Kabam did say that they're gonna slow down on the Defenders at one point, but I don't know if we've seen that honestly. So we got Bullseye, we got Serpent, we got Arcade, we got whatever, Enchantress, Deathless Thanos when we during 2024, and then they said, hey, we're gonna slow down, we're gonna whatever. We said, okay, sure. And then 2025 comes around, then we got Zola, which is cool, and then we get Yelena, and then we get Dark Phoenix, which is paywalled. So if you don't have money, you can't get the new OP Defender because realistically, no one's gonna have 50,000 units just sitting there. So most of the people bought it. Um, and then, I mean, I don't know if you consider Fantman being a 7 star a new defender, but he's over there, I guess. And then we have Captain Britain that's coming out. Not coming out, she's getting buffed. But why wouldn't the buff be a defender? Because of course it should be. So she is becoming a defender with unavoidable damage, neuroshocks, very fun stuff. So she's still going to be useless because you can't use her on offense because you're just going to dump her on defense all the time. But you'd say, hey, well, they're releasing attackers. Yeah, sure, they're releasing attackers. But that brings me to my other point. Because every good attacker is either getting paywalled, such as Mr. over here. This guy, you can't get him unless you spend like 400, 500 bucks. And he's a great attacker in Battlegrounds. He's insane. But you can't get him because you have to pay for him. And then the new 7 star Torch, which they said was getting released, and everyone's so excited, he's going to be in the sale, which means you're not going to be able to get him free to play. I don't know if he's going to be for 50,000 units. I don't know if he's going to be just straight up for money. You might be like Jessica Jones. You buy every single offer in the game, and then you get him. But I can guarantee you're not going to be able to get him without spending money, which is also very fun because he basically just puts all the Mystic Defenders in the bin, unless you ban him. But there's too many people to ban, so there's only 3 slots. Um, and then I don't know, like champion acquisition in the game in general, I despise. I really think at one point we need to rethink how champion acquisition works because the crystals are just so big. The 7-star pool is so big. I got this guy. Hold on. Let me show you how big the crystal is, but how lucky I am. This guy, where's he at? This is a natural SIG 200. Natural. Not a single stone was dropped. And then this guy, where's the other guy? This guy is also natural SIG 100. And then this one, where's she at? She's natural SIG 140. And I know a lot of people that have natural SIG 200s floating around. Some whales, some non-whales. It's so hard to target champions. And then when we can target them, when it's a 6 champion crystal or 5 champion crystal, it's so expensive. I spent 6,000 units in Heart of Fire to get this man. I had a 1 in 5 chance to miss him because, in my opinion, he's the worst one in the bunch. I ranked 3'd him because I got mad. And like, eh, I don't know. And then Titan Crystals, I don't know if there's a hidden reward, but in the new endgame quest that they talked about, I only saw one basic Titan Crystal, not even a Nexus, in the entire reward set. And a 7-star Epoch Nexus, which is like 5 champions, like sure, I guess. But like Nexus wise, which is where all the new cool fun champions land, like in 10 days it's gonna be good. Now it's pretty ass. Like you only have one shot at it, really. Like every here and there, unless you get like top one in Battlegrounds and you can buy like 5 Titan crystals from Radiance. You're not really opening that many. And it's like if it doesn't land on what you want, then it's like I don't know. It just feels like I'm not using new champions anymore. Like Red Guardian's paywalled. Just talking about the science class. Red Guardian's paywalled. Torch is gonna be paywalled. Uh, what's her name? Spider Woman is also gonna be paywalled because well, not paywalled. She's gonna be the Titan Crystal. But if I don't get her, then well, I don't get her. So I just have to keep using my same old champions. Photon, Negative, Spider Ham. Like I want to try new champions. I want to play new stuff every month. New champions drop. People make videos, people make whatever, but like you can't even get the 3-star version to just play with unless you spend like $30 on a bundle, which is ridiculous. I feel like at least you can have a 3-star just to test it around and like play with it to see if you like it, but I guess not. So, that's for champion acquisition and just monetization in general for champions because like the battle passes, Cyclops was worth $25. I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather just go out with my friends and get some food than have a 7-star Cyclops, honestly. And Dazzler, and then now Captain Britain, which I don't know why they're doing 3 mutants, but go you. And then the Idol champions, the first one for free was, I mean, let's be real, she was dog shit. She's not really useful. And then the good ones, Lumitrix, I had to pay $40 to get him, but I did not because I don't want to get him for $40. I understand, people need, they need to make money off these people. And if you rank high in Battlegrounds, you can get them for free. But like, I gave the reasons why I'm not gonna grind in Battlegrounds because it's just a whale fest at that point. I don't know. So yeah, they make counters for defenders, they do whatever, but like it's just champion acquisition. It's just not fun for me. Like the Saga champs, sure, we get a free 7-star, but it's like every 3 months. And it's like Phoenix was fun. Phoenix was good. Mr. Fantastic, I'm excited for. If I even log in to get the stuff, like I don't want to miss him, but I just don't feel like doing anything in the game anymore. But that brings me to rare champions in general. So, I said it's hard to get a new champion, whatever. But honestly, my favorite thing that they did in the game was 7-star Ultron. The way initially he was, where you can just get him from raids, and it's literally just pure luck. You can't just pay to get a new chest in raids, which chests in raids are a whole new conversation, but they're a little better than they were. But this guy, he was so cool because like if you have a 7-star Ultron, it's like a genuinely a trophy champion because he's just so rare. You can't buy him. No one can spend enough money and get him. and then they put him in that box, and you can just get him and 6 200 him out of tickets, which I got for free. I was like, yeah, cool. But like, if you only had one chance out of that box, then yeah, it'd still be rare. You can only get him one time. But like, everyone could just buy him. Everyone just has an Ultron now. It's kind of lame. And then they put him in a crystal that they sold, and I don't know. I feel like it's just a mess at some point. Like, it was cool, but then they kind of ruined it. And then this is, Ultron was my favorite thing they did, and my least favorite thing that they've ever done in the game is this. These four bundles here. The essential resources that everyone looks for in the game. At least not really anymore. Like no one really looks for ISO unless you rank someone every single day. But like energy is the main thing in the game because without it you can't do quests, you can't do anything. ISO you can't rank people, units, and gold is gold. Some people have I have 200 million. Some people still need some gold, but like the main resources in the game you can just buy. Like before, you used to buy Paragon crystals to get ISO, which was a little more expensive, so it would turn people away from doing it. Now you can just buy ISO straight up, and you can just buy energy. Like yeah, I get you can buy energy with units, but like I really don't like that. In gold, you can just buy gold, buy units, buy energy, buy ISO, and I feel like the difference between paying for the game and not paying for the game, it just like this just makes everything in the game just a cakewalk. You can rank whatever you want, and you can level anything you want now with units because you don't even need ISO for it. But either way, they're selling it. What is it? Like if you go, let's say Sentry, you can just spend 500 units to level them up. You can just do everything now with money. You spend money, you go, you get whatever you want, and then they have this. Thank God this one is outdated because you could just rank anything up, anything you want to do. So yeah, that's one of my least favorite things. Just having like the daily cards for like, oh, you want ISO? Well, there's a daily card for it. You're missing gold, you're missing energy, the main things in the game. Well, you can just buy them. And then get me started on the second least favorite thing is these guys. These two that have not been updated and are confirmed are not going to get updated for it's been like what, a year and a bit. I think honestly these can just be full of champions that they do sales for, like the Omega Days. Sure, they're selling them. They don't want to add them to the basic crystal, whatever. I understand. But like if you tell people like, oh, they're in the Omega Days, and then 6 months later they're in here, they're still rare to get. So the people that want to spend are still enticed to spend because they're like, oh, well, he's going to be in the loyalty crystal, but I can only get one every month. And Radiance is, pretty expensive. Like it's good. I don't want to spend it on a random 6 chance. But like the Omega Days event, we've never seen the champions coming back, other than like Longshot was in another sale. They've always sold him. So I feel like they could just put the Christmas people, the Sandman, Diablo, whatever. They could have just put them in one of the crystals, but they dumped them in the basic for some reason. So it's even harder to get now. It's just I don't know. I feel like some things can be fixed. There's such easy fixes. Like there's no reason to even put them in the Radiant store. I don't think anyone's buying those. I have all 6 of both because they've been there for so long. And artifacts are useless. That's the only point for them. Even if you even do incursions. And loyalty is just we have the little tokens that they give us now, which like are only basically useful for that. And then content wise, I feel like I'm on a rant train right now, but I'm not mad. I promise. I'm just talking. Um, but yeah, incursions. I mean, I don't even have to talk about. I don't want to talk about incursions. It's so boring to even talk about. And then we get to Act 9. I promise you, if I give you Act 9.2, 9.3, 9.1, 9 whatever, and I slap them in your face, you can't tell me which is which. You cannot tell me which one is from which chapter because everything looks exactly the same. It's so boring to do. Scourge might be a little fun because there's something to do, but like reading this and this and this and this and this and this, and then you just end up using one champion for the entire thing because it's not challenging. It's just so specific. But you have a counter, and then you use him, and then that's all you use for the entire quest. There's no reason to use someone else, just like for the path, I mean, not the quest. So like I could use one champion here, and like I'm just bothered by reading this whole thing and figuring out what I'm meant to do, and then I forget one node in the middle, and I have to be like, oh well, I need to do this. So like for one of the 9.3 paths, Storm was really good. So I just like it just said mutant, and I saw prowess and mutant. I was like, oh, Storm. So I tried her, and she did the entire path. That wasn't fun. I'm just completing just to get rewards. I feel like Act 9, 8, even 7, like Act 6 was so much fun. It was ass. It was horrible, but like it was so much fun because it was hard and it actually took planning. And there were like 2 or 3 nodes at most. Sure, like attackers were a lot less, versatile. They had like half a page of like abilities compared to now. You have to scroll all the way down in their abilities page. Um, but I don't know. I feel like it's not really hitting. Like when I did that beta, I did one quest, and then after that, I was like, well, I'm just doing Act 9.2 again. I'm just doing the same thing I did, and then when it actually comes out, I'm gonna do it again. That's boring, so I just didn't do it. Um, what's next? Relics. Ooh, ooh. I don't know why I'm here. Relics. I really, really, really hope. I have no hope, but I really hope that the new type of relics that they're gonna put out, the one like the green ones or whatever, are included within these crystals because I'm so confident that they're going to monetize it in some way, or they're going to make a new type of shards or crystal, like a special relics or whatever, and they're not going to be in here. So basically, all the saving is useless. I really hope they don't do that. I really hope they put them in this crystal, so we can like all enjoy the new relics that come out. Because we can't enjoy new champions that come out because you can't get them unless you pay. So at least have the relics, the new ones, be like, oh, cool, we can try the relics day one. So I hope that's on their radar at least. But yeah, I'm just spending units like on nothing. Like I just bought 7-star Daredevil. Honestly, it's been my best purchase so far because it was guaranteed. He's fun. It was like 5,400 units. I like him, but like I don't really have value for units anymore. Like July 4th is coming up in a month, and I have 2,000 units. I don't care. I'm not gonna grind. I rank for an unduped Arcus just because I picked him from that selector, instead of Onslaught and whatever because I just want trying to have fun. I don't need anyone for Battlegrounds because I don't care about Battlegrounds. And I don't know. It's just a lot of little things that bother me. They ramp up here and there. Um, but there are good things. There are, as I said, there are good things in the game. Valiant EQ, I enjoyed it. The rewards are really good. I just didn't really like that you have to swap like every single path, like every single fight. It just makes it so much longer for no reason. But like I don't really see a solution to that. So honestly, it's fine. The Battlegrounds Radiance, like I just said, um, War, the update. I don't do War, but I haven't heard any good things about it. The goofy thing they're doing, the little War raids ish. Um, but the new event quest, not the new event quest, the new endgame quest that are going to come out that has a little defender selector. I'm excited for that. I might do it if I look at it and if it's good and if the selector is fun. But again, the selector is just defender, so like it's just gonna be more annoying for battlegrounds. Um, and yeah, I also want to talk a little about my calendar actually. So a bunch of people have asked why I stopped it. I think it kind of just coincided with the game. It's not that I don't want to do it because of the game. If anything, I want to stay in the loop and I want to update it, but it costs $15 a month to keep up, and I don't really think that works for me anymore because it's a little expensive. Um, but I'm trying to figure out a way to get it back because I do want to make it. But yeah, just for the couple of people that were asking, I think I was getting like 40, like 20 average to 60-ish people every day, like logging into the website. So that was good. So thank you for the people that used it, and hopefully it was useful, and hopefully I can get it back. But regarding the actual video, again, I don't want people to like. I'm not saying quit the game or like like get mad at the game or I'm just complaining about everything. I'm kind of just saying my opinion because I've never made a video like that, and I just wanted to make it before I like quit. So yeah, thank you for watching.